Happy Thursday, fam. It's another real life talk, and I hope you all have recovered from your turkey comas and all your wonderful food eaten, because I cooked way too much on Thursday, and I feel like I could still use a nap. But lo and behold, we're back for another real life talk, and today I've been itching to talk about this for probably about a week now or so. Between a week or less. Anyway, I was with some friends on, it was a couple nights ago, and they were telling me about our youth group, and the sermon for the youth group that night was passion. As in, what's your passion? So, kind of made me think a little bit like, passion. And we kind of went around the table and we kind of asked ourselves, how do you know you're passionate about something? How do you know that something is your passion? So first I had to do the whole, doctrine, psychological, theological thing and look up the definition of passion. And passion is a strong and barely controllable emotion. Two interesting words. Also, the second one is the suffering and death of Jesus. But we're going to talk about the first one, which is strong and barely controllable emotion. So when you hear somebody saying they're passionate about something, it means they love something. They love it so much that they do it all the time. No matter what it takes, no matter what it does, they do it all the time. And to hear the words strong and barely controllable, first of all, let's go back to strong. So the first thing is, for something to have a passion for something, it has to be strong. As in, you can't just go, oh, well, isn't that nice? No, it's got to be like, holy crap, I have to do that today. And it's kind of funny because working at Panera Bread, the one thing when I taught the bakers in training class was the first thing we talked about is that we're passionate about bread. And I always had to ask the kids, what are you passionate about? What are you passionate about? And of course my go-to thing was video games. I am passionate about video games. I love video games. Growing up, not so much. I mean, I love video games still. But because of being an adult, I hardly get a chance to play video games, which sucks. Sucks so friggin' much. But I still am passionate about video games. I don't know about this new stuff, though. This new stuff, this Call of War and God of Duty, whatever stuff, is, I know, I did that to see how many people would cringe. Don't worry, I know what they are. Call of Duty and God of War. I'm a nerd, okay? I just want to see how many people would cringe when I said that. But more importantly, I don't know about this new stuff. It's alright, but I'm a retro gamer, so I'm all about Super Nintendo. I'm all about Game Boy. I am all about all the oldies and the goodies. The stuff that's still good, that you don't need DLC to play. Anyway, see, I'm passionate about video games. Anyway, I am passionate about video games. And there's other things I'm passionate about. I don't know if it's a barely controllable emotion, though. Because that second definition kind of irks me up there a little bit. Strong, yes. Barely controllable. See, to be passionate about something means that you get that itch. That little, I haven't done this in a while, and I gotta do it, and that's what barely controllable sounds like to me. And that goes to show, well, maybe I'm not that passionate about video games because it's not like I gotta run to the video game console the first minute I get and I have to play it. Although, my love for buying systems might be a little bit barely uncontrollable. We'll see. But anyway, it has to be barely controllable, meaning that it has to be something that you have that itch. That if you don't do it for a certain period of time, it's going to drive you nuts. And it's going to drive you absolutely crazy. And if you don't do it, you're going to just be one sack of nuts. Just in the nut house. Done. Finish. Strong and barely controllable. So we got the strong aspect, but do you have the barely controllable aspect? That is the question you have to ask yourself when it comes to what are you passionate about. Is there something that in your life that is barely controllable, that if you don't do it, you're going to have that itch. And you know it's something you love doing, you know it's something you got to have, and you know it's something you got to do, but you haven't done it in a while. And when it came to my turn at the table, and they were like, okay, so what does it mean to be passionate, I guess, to you? And this came over my head, and I just said, and I guess I was thinking about my own life experiences. I'm like, okay, this is passion. Do something you love doing, and then walk away from it. If you can walk away from it, it's not your passion. You're not passionate about it. If you can walk away from it, but not even that much time, all of a sudden you're just like, okay, it's pulling me back. I got to go back to this. That is passion. When you're passionate about, being passionate about something is not being able to walk away from it. Not being able to walk away from the very thing that you love. For me, it's my Sunday kids. I teach Sunday school, and I love teaching my kids every single Sunday. And I have tried walking away from it, I think twice. And I just got pulled back. And I can't explain it, but it was just simply just, okay, I gotta go back. Because I love my kids. I do love my kids. And when I think about it, I'm like, okay, I'm passionate about working with my kids and teaching my kids. And no matter how much I try to pull myself away from it, I can't do it. Because I love doing what I do. So that goes back to our question. What are you passionate about? Is there something that you can walk away from easily? Or is there something that you can't walk away from no matter how much you try because it's something you enjoy doing? And there's a lot of things that people enjoy doing. Maybe it's cooking. Maybe it's teaching. Maybe it's singing. Maybe it's music. There's a whole list of things that you can be passionate about. I know some people that are passionate about comic books and know facts upon facts about comic books. And there's people that are passionate about sports and that can name off so many different players and all their stats and everything that's going on. And meanwhile, I am still trying to learn names of people that are on and off the team. There's a whole list of things you can be passionate about. You can know every single song a certain artist has written, and you could sing every single song in their category, and you can be able to tell people what note that they're singing, and all that. You can be passionate about so much. And you know what? People think sometimes, wow, you're crazy. No, they're not crazy. They're passionate. Passionate. They have a passion for what they do. For me, I don't know. There's a good number of things I'm passionate about, especially getting to do these videos. I could be working on a inference. I don't even know how you pronounce it. Inference. It's something, I don't know. It's a math project. Let me tell you something I'm not passionate about. Math. I am not passionate about math. Let me tell you something. I can tell you 2 plus 2 is 4. I almost said 2 plus 2 is yellow because I always use that joke, so it's ingrained in my head now. 2 plus 2 is 4. That's it. That's all you need to know. That's it. We're good. Get me any further? That's terrible. Fractions are good for food. That's it. I can show you how to put 1/4 of a cup of milk in something. I can tell you I ate 7/8 of a pie, pizza pie. I can tell you I ate half a pie. I can tell you so much about fractions and cooking. But in fractional math, no, that is not, no. I can't do that. I'm fuzzy. There we go. People, you can be passionate about so many different things. Here's the thing. And this is the main point right here. Don't let There's actually two things. I'm going to tell you a quote I've seen, and I'm going to tell you something else. The quote first. Don't let pain steal your passion. Ooh, that's deep. Don't let pain steal your passion. What does that even mean? That means sometimes, and this can go either way, sometimes your passion can be a painful one. It's something you really want to do, but it takes a lot of work to do it, and you're just going crazy and it hurts. And at this point, you're probably like, I don't even know why I did this. I wanted to do this. I give up. Let me tell you something. I am passionate about getting my degree. I am very passionate about getting a degree. And let me tell you something. The one thing right now that's starting to suck in all this is math. It's not my cup of tea, but I know I have to do this in order to get my degree. It's painful. Going through those tests and those projects, man, is painful. But I'm not going to let it deter me from getting my degree. There's probably some subjects people had to do to get their degree that they hated doing and didn't want to do. They probably thought it was stupid. And they probably thought, when am I ever going to learn this again for what I want to do? But let me tell you something. Don't let it steal your passion away. You have got to keep pressing forward on this. That's what passion's all about. It is a strong and barely containable, barely controllable, barely able to hold back emotion. If this is what you want, you got to keep pressing for it and let it bubble over until you finally get what you want. So that's number one. Don't let pain steal your passion. Number two, and this, I cannot say any more, any harder, or anything, but it's simply this. Keep moving forward and work for what you want. Now, you're probably saying, Brandon, that sounds a lot like the first thing you just said. No, let me tell you something. Pain, that's on this side of the spectrum. On this side of the spectrum, we start talking about now working. If you're passionate about something, you're not going to have it. If you're passionate about something, you are not going to just, oh, I guess this is enough. Passion means that first word. This is where that first word comes in. Strong. Strong. If you can lift up a pin, that's great, but that's not strong. If you can lift up a heater, that's getting a little bit stronger. That's fantastic. If you can lift up this treadmill behind me, you're pretty strong. But some people get to the heater and stop. When sometimes passion requires you to lift that thing over there. Ugh. That's a lot of work. Oh, yeah. Passion's a lot of hard work. Passion was never just, bloop, done. One button, that's it. Passion takes some work. It takes some requirement. It takes requirement of you. First of all, that's what it takes. A requirement of you. For example, take J.K. Rowling. Poor woman put her book, I don't know how many different times, and through all those different submissions, they were like, yeah, nobody's going to want to hear a book about a wizard. Scholastic didn't think that. She was passionate to get that book out. She got to a little company called Scholastic. Scholastic said, yep. And look what happened to Miss J.K. Rowling. She's rolling in the money. And I'm quite sure those other companies are probably kicking themselves in the butt going, why didn't we do it? Ugh. Starbucks. Sorry, I did that. I always do that face when I hear Starbucks because it's just, I get it. It's a thing. I get it. But still, it's Starbucks. I'm fine with just a normal cup of coffee. But moving on. Anyway, Starbucks. Nobody would buy the idea of, hey, people actually wanting to go out just to get a beverage and that's it. That's where I did it. Until the idea was finally bought And now look at Starbucks. It's an icon. Pretty much 2 global icons right here. And if they had stopped at submission number 4, we would never have the things that we have. Like Harry Potter and Starbucks. I know, 2 of the same things, you know. Anyway. This is what I'm telling you. Go after your passion. Whatever it is, go after it. I don't care what your passion is. I don't care how hard you have to work for it. Go after your passion. Because you're going to sing the shoulda, coulda, wouldas if you didn't. Very tired old quote. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So do me a favor. Go get a basketball and go out there and make some shots. You're going to miss some. You're going to get some. It's all a part of the learning process, and you're going to learn everything that you need to know. And that's what passion's all about, is to learn everything about what you want to learn. If you're passionate about something, you will sit, and you will sit, and you will sit, and you will watch. And then you will interact, and you will do, and you'll perform. And the list gets longer and longer before eventually you can say, this is my passion right here. You're not going to get it on day 1. You're not going to get it on day 2. But I guarantee you, eventually, you're going to get it. Please go after your passion. I feel like that's a dying art. There's not a lot of people going after their passion anymore. They feel like the world has gotten a bit dark. Don't believe that. Go after your passion. It's out there waiting for you. All you have to do is go out there and go after it. It's going to be a long race, but I guarantee you, you will finish and you will get it. Alright? So, you, right there, it's out there. Stop sitting here looking at me right now. This video's over. So, go get your passion. Go after it. And if you've lost it, get yourself a little lighter. Light that flame back up, because we need you. Rekindle that passion. It's still out there. It hasn't left you yet. Get out there. It needs you, and you need it. Alright? Pookie? Alright, go out there and get your passion. And that is some real talk.